Back again, Jersey Shore, Season 2, Episode 4 now. On that, probably sick of this song by now, but that's the only appropriate song for this. On that, but in this case, here we go with another recap of, once again, Ronnie being a fool on that with his money, but also something I didn't mention in my last episode, which was important. It's my cryptic notes on that, what exactly happened, because I had so much to go through. On that, Emilio called Snooki and told Snooki that when Snooki called Emilio on the last episode, wanting to talk to her because she was drunk as a skunk, Emilio was like, "Hey, I got half naked women here, F you, I don't care," and all that. And he hung up, which kind of made Snooki have, which led to Vinny and Snooki doing the thing. So that's kind of funny here. What exactly here. And it's kind of funny, she even clowned about a little bit about lesbianism a little bit. Said that's why the lesbian rate is going up, because men don't know how to treat women. I don't agree with that. I think men just don't know how to be men anymore. It's very rare anymore on that, because now society teaches people snitch on each other, not to be tough. The concept of gangsta and all that, it's stupid. I mean, the concept is being a man, doing your job, doing what you need to do because it's the right thing to do, which the movie Expendables touched on, is that even though it may be the right, the wrong, or whatever the situation is, the right thing to do, and we're going to do it because we're men, and that's the right thing to do. And, damn what history says. And I think that's it. And on that, because believe me, if we had John Wayne, we had more of those guys in there, John Wayne, real men, not these dudes. I mean, these guys that we see in pictures today, my opinion, that if you saw them on the streets and they weren't in a movie, first thing you'd be like, fairy. I mean, Jersey Shore is the first real thing where first when I heard about it, I was like, yeah, whatever, Jersey, whatever. Seeing this now, I'm like, hey, these guys are cool. I'd love to hang out. I mean, they called me a grenade, but I'd love to hang out with them. But they understand, and Mike and that crew understands, being responsible, being a man. It's rare now. That's what makes them so special. But the reason why they say the lesbian rate is so high is because they don't know how to take care of business. They don't know how to be a man, because part of being a man is learning to fix a bicycle. On that, learning to cook food. On that, not going out, getting drunk, and partying every night. You got to do a whole bunch of other stuff if you're going to be a man. Because once you have a kid, you got to step up. But I'm sorry, I'm going on this tangent on that. Anyway, Sammy approaches Ronnie, asks, "Are you messing with me again?" Usual thing, and Ronnie's just being a fool as usual, going back and forth some more on that. And the girls, specifically Jenny and Snooki, are being torn because Angelina's out with the boys, and a couple of things are fascinating. Nicole's getting torn by Emilio because Emilio calls in, said, "I messed around with this girl, I had sex with her," and Snooki said, "Go F and die, I don't want to ever talk to you." And then he called back and talked to JWoww, and JWoww was like, "This is an answering machine." He's like, "What?" And she's like, "Idiot, don't call here." Let me put this, okay. And then, it goes back and forth with them, and the guy is so stupid. It's like Snooki says, total juicehead. It's like, yeah, I mean, that's like the same thing as saying to your wife or someone, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I had sex at blah, 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 with blah, blah, blah." I mean, and you expect them to say, "Okay, honey." I mean, or in their weird mind, they probably said, "Well, why didn't you invite me?" or something. I mean, who knows? I mean, this is America, so who really knows? But anyway, so they're being torn between this whole Sammy and Ronnie thing, and Nicole's going through the Emilio thing, but on that. And then Sammy does something that's kind of cruel, and I thought was kind of jacked. Ronnie should have known better on this. The old, yeah, you can go out with the boys test. And that's a test. I'm sorry, ladies think they're so clever on that. That's code. I knew that a long time ago. I haven't really dated all that much, but I knew that was a code. I said, yeah, you can go out. I'll just be here all alone. No, that's code. Means you're going to piss me off if you go out. On that. Now, exceptions to that rule is if it's like a, I don't know, a birthday party, special event, point behind it. Then they can't complain. And then they know it's an event. They know it's a birthday party. Can't complain. But if it's, I just want to go out with the boys on that, and they get that, I guess. Please. And Ronnie fell for it. Oh, that's youth. Ronnie's still young. He hasn't heard all the lies and BS yet. On that, that's a test. And I saw through that in the beginning. And I was like, what are you doing, Ronnie? You're smarter than this. So the girls go out with Sushi, all exhausted on that from everything they're going through. And they have Sunday dinner, which Mike is cooking again. But this time, instead of Snooki ruining the dinner, Mike accidentally drops the sauce all over the floor. And Mike's like, I'm an idiot. And they all laugh. It's chuckle. It's funny. But they still recovered Sunday dinner, which was cool on that. And then they said, they were playing, let's play dumb games, and they all get on sexy clothes and be dumbasses. And they ask dumbass questions. I've done that before, except no sexy clothes. So the guys and girls end up going out, and while this is going on, the guys, their GTL recap on that, what's going on there, the laundry stuff. But then the girls come up with this idea, specifically Snooki, JWoww, and then Angelina. Let's write Sammy an anonymous note. Has anyone bothered to tell someone that if the other guys are out there doing their thing, and then you write a note, Sammy's going to figure out it's one of you three because the other guys don't care. And of all the people, Angelina's stuck up, so I knew she wouldn't figure that out. That's Snooki. I think she's cute as hell. I love her to death, but she, like they said, it's called Maid, Vinny. That's what I'm saying. And then the last one, JWoww, the all person JWoww with the most street smart should have said, "This is stupid." Well, they felt the loyalty to their girlfriend to tell her the truth. What they really should have done first is gone to Ronnie and said, "Hey, you're being an idiot here. If you don't shape up, I'm going to tell her." On that, and giving him a chance. Then Ronnie could have made an action on it. On that. They never really did that with him. They just said, "Oh, we're girlfriends, and I'm defending my girlfriend," and all that. And that's kind of what it is. So this Sammy and Ronnie have another fight, and they're just like, how much can they fight? On that, this is constant. They're always going out to the clubs, and then Polly and Mike, and Vinny, they're having their fun too, and they're trying to justify a reasoning for this other than, GTL. They don't know what's going on, what's going through Ronnie's head. And they even try to tell Ronnie, it's like, you got to give up your cookie to get another cookie. You can't keep doing this. They even try to warn him, said, this is going to blow up in your face, and you don't realize this. On that. So, and they're thinking about the anonymous letter more. Meanwhile, Ronnie's puking up a storm because they all came back from the clubs on that. And then while some people are serving, Polly and Vinny are at ice cream serving up, and funny thing, they have Butterface flavor. Wow. So that was great. And at the end of the episode, it shows Nicole and Jenny Snooki writing a note. I guess that's their choice, but we'll find out what happens. Episode 5 coming up next.